Hi, welcome back to another hour with Crowder with me, your host Crowder. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and ding the bell so that you can get all of my latest podcast interviews. Today, I got a good ass guest. Go ahead.
Hi. You didn't introduce me. You want me to you like me. See, I'm gonna
Yeah,
reintroduce myself.
yeah. I love for people to introduce themselves. I started to get out of introducing guests because, for one, I was butchering their name, and for two, I think that when they introduce themselves, they have more personality and they put their own swag to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't have
go
no
ahead,
swag to put on it.
Go
So
ahead,
I'm
Laura.
Laura, the owner of the newly developed nail shop in Carrollton, Honey Dipp Nails. You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. Say everything that you need to.
That's all I need to say. I've been doing nails about 5 years or so. I have developed a huge following, a huge clientele base, and I am the first black-owned nail shop in Carrollton.
So, okay, we were talking a little bit about this before the cameras even got started up. And I think that is very important what you were saying about, hey, I'm in, because at this time right now, we live very divided. Everybody is white, black, girl, boy, child, man. And you said something very important. I want you to expound on that because you are a black-owned nail shop in a predominantly white neighborhood. Could you expound on that a little bit?
Well, yeah, I am developing in Carrollton, which is the suburbs. So it's like a mixed division of my people and Caucasian people. So I do want to continue to cater to my people, and I love my people to death. But they have to also understand that I am a business owner and I am running a business. So business wise, I cater to all people. So Black Lives Matter in my book all day, but nail lives matter in my book all day too.
Hell yeah.
So I only see the nail.
Yeah, and green. Black Lives Matter and Green Lives Matter to banks.
That part.
Because they don't care about if you black, if you white. They don't care about any of that. How did you even get started with this idea? What did you start going to school first, or what happened?
So I've been in the medical field for since I started my career in life as an adult. I'm a certified biller. So I did billing and coding for over 15 years.
Oh, so
and
you're
I am
keeping
still a certified biller.
So you keeping it in the customer service field?
Yeah, I'm still a certified biller. But I started working when I first started out. I was still working both jobs, so I would go to work and I would do nails on the side. So I just jumped right into school. One day I woke up, I did not even know how to polish a nail at all, but I just jumped right in it. Like, hey, my kids are getting older. I need something to do for me, and it turned into my passion first, and then it turned into a business afterwards, which is still my passion, but I get to make money for the things that I love to do because I love nails. So yeah, and I literally just jumped right in it. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a name. I didn't have anything. I just jumped in and say, this is what I'm gonna do, and I did it. And 5 years later, I have built my business from like word of mouth, social media, and and my clients love me. They just love me.
Clients, a lot of people sleep on the word of mouth as an advertisement.
Yeah.
Bro, and I don't want to bring the drug game into it, but the reason why I knew about Good Weeds was because my friends told me. I didn't. You don't know the weed man's number. You don't know the weed man's number unless you got it.
Yeah.
People underestimate the word of mouth, and I think that is the highest compliment or the highest form of advertisement that you can get.
Absolutely.
For someone to not have a business card yet and they say, oh, my girl Laura, she does nails and she's great at it, and then you go and they tell their friends, and that's way better than a business card, and it's free.
Yeah, and then the good thing about it is not only do they get to tell about your business, they can tell about their experience, because I'm all about customer service. But everyone that comes in, I treat everyone the same. But the difference, I guess, to me, because you can go and have someone that does nails great, because there's a lot of nail techs that's greater than me, okay? They do some good work, and I follow some of them. But if someone comes and sits in your chair, even though you're providing a good service to them as far as your nails, but you crappy at everything else, you don't talk to them, they can't relate to you, y'all, I don't know if I want to come back and sit in your chair. Because my clients have been with me since the beginning, since I was in a 2-bedroom apartment. My clients have been with me. Most of them have been with me through it all. But they come back because they be like, because they can text me and say, girl, this such and such happened. Girl, and we can talk. Or we we talk about so much, but I'm so relatable to them because I know what you're going through, and I know, and I pride them on some of their successes. It's like we're all like one big nail family, and some of them are like my really good friends to this day. Like I've met so many people, and I told people I don't want just clients. I want clientele. I want you to come back, and I want you to keep coming back. And I want to keep seeing what you're doing. I done been through marriages and births of babies, and I see how the kids grow up, and it's just like that's what I wanted my business to be. And so even now, getting into my nail shop, I still want to keep that same energy because it works for me, and I'm gonna be real at all times, and they know that.
I think that's what people are just tired of, like not being able to relate, and I want to chime in on that a little bit. Actually, 2 points that you've said so far, because you bring up a lot of good stuff, is that you say you want to do something for me, meaning me and my seeds. I want something to pass on. So you was thinking about this business and generational wealth, and that takes me back into what you were saying about being relatable, is that, and I hate to say it like this, but the people that work at the nail shops now, so the people, I mean, take it how you want. Chinese people that's working there, you can't talk to them because they don't know your language, and the only thing they have is this grave stereotype is, you do now, then he messed with you bad, and they take the baddest stereotype of us and then try to relate that like that's relatable to us. And I think that like you being a black woman, you owning something, because that's where every black person is right now, is ownership.
Entrepreneurship,
and so
all day.
You're an entrepreneur and you're black, you got kids, you've been married, so you've made yourself readily available to about every woman that will come into the nail salon.
And I'm a single mom, but then the flip side of just my people, but other people too. Like I was a single mom. I still worked in corporate America too. Like I know about careers, so you can sit down and tell me about your day at your job because I can relate to that too. I understand when you overwork. I understand when you're underpaid. I understand when you go above and beyond and you haven't got to where you wanted to get to in a company. I understand that too. Yeah. I understand the struggle of building up a business. I understand the struggles of everyday life, being who I am, just being a person in this world right now. Through Corona, through all that, I'm still standing. So I can relate to all that, all stress, drama, everything. I can relate to it all. I've been through it all at a point in time. So I can talk to your average Caucasian woman, 35-year-old female that is in, highest ranking in her job. I can relate to you too. I've been there. And then I've been here. Yeah. And that's in the same company, so I don't know, it's a lot. But what I tell people too, as nail techs, we are therapists too. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how much we take on from people. And sometimes it can weigh on you because you just your client at the end of the day, it's your client, but then it's just like you're a woman too. So you have to be passionate about them. I had people cry at my table. I had people go through, the worst of the worst, and you still have to be there. You have to listen, and you have to still encourage them, even though you're going through your own problems too.
And still put that acrylic on them damn nails.
And do their nails. It's just like, girl, but I'm going to make you pretty,
Hell yeah.
You're going to be good to go. But yeah, it's a lot.
So what are some of the struggles that you've come up against as far as, not too much financially? I mean, you're a biller. But other things that's besides financially, because a lot of people like to think that it's just financial. No, it's a lot more. It's mental.
I struggle with that too, because you got to understand, coming from corporate America, so when I left my job actually shut down. It no longer exists to this day. And, I was still doing nails on the side. So I said, how am I going to transition from working both of these jobs and getting this money and paying these bills to just being a full-time nail tech? It was scary. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do because now I just received my last paycheck. and I only had a few clients booked after my day. So I did like 2 clients a day after I got off work. So how can I take these 2 clients and multiply times this to still get the same amount so I can still pay my bills? So financially, that was scary for me. It was very scary, but I had so much support from my clients and from people that the transition of it, and I haven't skipped a beat since. But mentally, sometimes I have children,
Yeah.
so I take on everything my kids take on. So you got to think about the stuff that they go through, the babies. My daughter lost a baby, so a lot of people didn't know that I was going through that, and going through my daughter being depressed, and then I still had to sit at this nail desk. I went through a failed relationship, and I still had to sit at the nail desk. So I done went through heartbreak. I done went through hurts. I done went through, I done lost some stuff. I done went through, raising my 3-year-old grandson who has autism, and I'm a full-time granny. I get up every morning and take him to school every day. So I go through the transition of that because all my kids are grown. So now I got this 3-year-old, you know what I'm saying? That's, I love him to death. But I had to go through the transition of that and still be at the nail desk. And then I had health issues. Like I tell people, I said, I don't cancel nail appointments.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at this desk. Even if I had to slide that IV pole, I be at that desk. I sacrifice a lot to be at the desk and to service my clients. And they know it. And a lot of them know it. And that's why they continue to come back, because they know, girl, you just got the hospital this morning. So, but I made it to your appointment. Period. And that takes strength out of me to be able to continue to do that and not skip a beat.
Yeah.
So,
That is really courageous, and I don't think that a lot of people understand a lot that comes with trying to start up business and stuff. Like you're just saying that, like that's a scary thing. Even with the job, that's a scary thing because eventually you're gonna have to go full time. You can't work a job and then go over here and still do this full time. You can't work both jobs full time. Eventually, you're gonna have to leave your security blanket and go and just step out.
Step out on faith.
Yeah,
that's what I did. And God has been the front, the end, the center of my life. And if I tell you, like, even with my shop, I was just driving by the same street I go every day after dropping my grandbaby off at school. I'm just driving by, and I seen a sign, and I'm just like, and I literally got my shop in a week, and I didn't know. And then I'm in the process of buying a house too, so I didn't know like what I'm gonna do. But I know that it has to be for me because I never seen. I drive by the street every day, and so I just stepped out. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no plan. I had nothing. And the transition of it has been so smooth. I have all my permits. I have my license. I have everything that I need. It's so smooth. In less than a month, I got all this done. And that's how I knew that God was in the center of it, because it was for me. It's just like, it's time. And I went for it. Hey.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I seen a post that you was over there doing, and I thought that I liked it a lot. It was the post about the Chinese girl saying, "Okay, you gotta y'all gotta come back because
black girls opening up
nail
nail salons.
Black girls opening up nail salons." How do you feel about the open market? Because I'm pretty sure that what are you doing? You getting stuff overseas, or have you found a bulk in bulk sale or something like that?
Well, I shop, and it's the thing. I shop products everywhere, but I don't get anything overseas. They may do. I'm just going to your store. But we have a few different places that we shop at, and it's a lot of people opening up. There is a black-owned nail supply store, too.
Great.
I could give you that information. But most of the time when Corona hit, everything shut down. So I was ordering most of my stuff online. So Amazon was my best friend. A few places that I shop at, like, Ocean Supply, stuff like that, those were my best friends.
Yeah.
So now I don't really step into a nail supply store mainly. I order everything. I order most of all my products and stuff online. But now, since I have my I do have a a Korean or Asian, I don't know if she's Korean or Asian, helping me with some of my development when it comes to, doing this, having this. Oh, girl, I get you this, no problem. She's helping me. And the crazy thing about her helping me is that there is more than just me. There is more black nail techs than just me. And there are some that have open shop, but I have not heard, no one has reached out to me to help me develop my shop. And it's sad because we all should stick together, but some of us do and some of us don't. In this industry, I don't know. I don't know. And because even though I feel like, hey, no one has reached out, that doesn't stop me from still helping and reaching out to them. And if it's somebody behind me that say, girl, I got this nail shop, I don't know what to do, I'm going to still be that person to say, girl, this is what I did. I don't know if this is going to work for you, but this is what I did. And I don't know if they, wanted me to kind of reach out, but then I would expect, hey, girl, I see you got your shop open. I don't know. I would think that they would offer some assistance, but it's just not like that.
No, they not. Because nobody reached out to me when I was trying to do this, and we just don't reach out, and you probably going about it the best way by reaching out when you see them, because it takes one. That's why I share everybody's shit. Yeah. I don't care whose it is, I'm sharing everybody's stuff, because somebody has to step in from the black community and just do it, and everybody will hopefully follow suit.
Yeah,
because we're all divided right now. We all think that there's this amount of money, X amount of money. Yeah. And if I give you the code to how to get in this X amount of money, then you're going to take it all. Now, understanding there's too much money around here. And the reason why I brought up that meme that you said is because I was going to ask, have you felt any, and you kind of answered it, but I wonder if you're going to feel it once you start buying things in bulk, because they do own the marketplace for that. They've sold it up to the point where they don't want nobody in. So I'm glad that you have someone on your behalf from that community that is helping you, because she can help you get in a lot more freaking doors than you think that she can, because she has the face, she has the family, she has that connection overseas to do that. And what they do is that they block us off from the market overseas, making us pay a higher rate for the bulk product, which, when you buy in bulk, then everything pretty much pays for itself. But when you buy things at a smaller level or individual, then you'll never be able to catch up. That's why when black people start owning stuff, they be like, girl, I ain't spending $25 for that shirt or whatever, not knowing that I bought the shirt for $20 and I'm basically putting the stuff on the shirt for free. And I'm only going to get $5 profit, and I'm going to everything that I collect out of this, I still got to go re-up, and I might only see $20 or $25 out of everything I just did.
And you keep pushing, but you keep on pushing.
Yeah.
But to answer that question,
I know it was loaded. Sorry.
Yeah, no, a lot of their products I don't even want to use, because what people don't understand is some products contain contain MMA that they use in most nail shops. So nail it's something you don't want on your nails. They use it in dental products. The mold for dental. So it's damaging to your nail. It'll break your nail clearly in half. It's real. When it sets, it's real hard, but sometimes it allows the nails to last longer. So some of those shops I call them chop shops. So they're about getting you in and getting you out. Yeah, you come in, sit down 30 minutes. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute. But they products, they buy their products cheaper because they're cheap. And the thing about us African-American black nail techs, we buy products that are not cheap. So sometimes people complain about our prices, but we're giving you quality products. Exactly. That's not going to damage your nails, and they're going to be healthy. And and I see you next month. Because my clients come to me once a month. My nail sets last a month.
Whoa, that's
I see my clients once a month, and I have been doing this for 5 years. I see them once a month. Now, little stuff can happen in between. I can't stop a nail from breaking. Okay? I am not God.
Or I can't stop you from busting that girl's face open and now your nail is broke.
But if they do break, I promise you it'll still be healthy under there. Because sometimes my clients are breaking nail and they be like, I didn't even feel it. Good. You're not supposed to. It's not supposed to rip your nail out clean off the nail bed. That's not what we're here for.
Explain a little bit about that because girls, okay, personally, I mean, as you can see, I'm not wearing nails. I probably have never worn nails. I've never worn nails in my life. But explain that process of acrylic and all the chemicals that's being used in there.
So to most of the time, it's not about the acrylic that you buy. The liquid part of it is something totally different. Now, I buy quality thermometer that does not contain, like I said, MMA. But the acrylic, I can really use any acrylic and make that nail what it is. The process that the nail shops, I would say, don't take the time out to do is correctly prep a nail. So when you correctly prep a nail, when you're sand bitting, which is the first process of what we do, you ain't got the sand bit till the nail get super, super thin. Yeah. All you do is take the little top shine part off that nail. Now, if they start to sand and keep sanding and make your nails thin, then that's where the problem lies at. The problem is in the prep. So if you take care of that nail will be strong enough to last to handle itself on its own. And a lot of people probably do not know this. I don't do dip. I don't do the dip method at all. I do not dip your nails inside my powder at all. Even though my name is Honey Dipp Nails.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm going to make your nail look like it's been dipped, but I'm not dipping nails because, for one, most people think it's healthy, and it's not. For one, it's all glue. So the process of that whole thing is all glue, and it's not sanitary. So I don't use it because, for one, it's just like you putting your hand in my food, and I don't know where your hand been. Like, did you wash your hands before you got here? What you been doing? I don't know. You cannot sanitize powder.
Yeah.
So I don't use anything that is not sanitizable. That's as far as my brushes, anything. I only use disposable products and anything that I can sanitize. Anything that touches the skin, which when you dip your nail in that powder, your skin going in there too.
Yeah.
And I can't spray my powder down.
That's how a lot of those girls be getting like infections.
I don't do the dip.
They dip their hand in that shit.
Most of my stuff is powder to liquid. I do not do the dip method, and I will not be offering it in my salon, even if the Caucasian women want, because they like it. But they most of them like the dip. A lot of people like it.
But it's because they don't know the technology in behind it. They don't know the science in behind it. They don't know what it really is.
It's glue.
That's why.
It's all glue.
Well, she just said it, folks. It's glue. So unless you want Elmer's glue or whatever on your nails.
It said Elmer's glue.
That's
but yeah, that's why it dries fast. And that's why, super glue got a shine to it.
Yeah.
So that top.
Crazy Gorilla Glue.
Oh, no, it ain't Gorilla Glue.
Like, well, when it finally, dries, then it's shiny.
But what I did notice, I did an experiment on it. Before I stopped offering the dip, I did do an experiment on it. Before I said, I ain't doing the dip here. Yeah. I realized, for one, I could not sanitize my powder, But this is when I first started. And for two, I left the a few other steps, because it's like 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, and 4 that you apply. Yeah. I left a few of the steps out. I just left it out to see what it would do, and it corroded like a battery. You know how corrosion on a battery? Yeah. The 2 of the steps corroded. Like, I couldn't get the bottle open, and it just had corrosion around it. And I was just looking like, why would I want to put this on somebody's nails?
Yeah, and everybody don't know the process of corrosion is air and water.
I didn't know. I'm just like, I don't know.
You're washing your hands, and then that's probably why that's really the reason why they probably end up with that infection.
They end up
corroded in the little in the corners, and then they probably do that sand thing that you said too much, and it nicks it just a little
into
bit.
The skin.
Yeah, that's probably why. We came up with something, folks.
Yeah, you did.
She did too. She done her head in the corner.
But that's why I don't do it. But I can still make your nails look like, because I don't use polish. That's what polish came from too. So I don't use polish at all. Everything that I do is with color acrylic. So
you like the natural of nails.
I love the natural nails, because these are my natural nails. They don't look. Don't be looking at them too hard.
Zoom in on that, Sean.
Don't zoom in on my nails.
Zoom in.
But and one of them popped off, but that nail's still strong. You can feel it. It's still strong and healthy. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And my nails been
'Cause
on
I
for
got
a
some
while.
pretty good nails too.
When I go to Miami, and so you can see they haven't grown out so much.
Mm.
But see, you see that one? That's for me doing nails and filing. But my nails are.
A-okay. So, I see you got some of your kin here doing all that. Do you plan on expanding the brand and
She
having a
does
brand?
nails. She's a 14, 15. Lord, she
Oh,
growing
shit.
old on me. This is my goddaughter. She's a 15-year-old nail tech.
That's crazy. So
She
you're
does,
already
did you take the ones you? Oh, she took them off already. Yeah, she apprenticed under me for some years. Like
yeah,
she
because
was
I see
there.
a lot of the stuff that you're saying. She's confirming it. Like, yes,
Yeah,
that's
she
what it
she
is.
has sat and watched me for years. She has helped me prep. She has helped me with my clients. She'll go and make the drinks. She's been watching me for years, and she is Bianca the Great. That's what she called herself.
That's a cool name.
But she does
keep it.
she does nails. She does a damn good job.
So,
I ain't seen nothing like it.
so would you say that she by expanding the brand, I mean expanding Honey Dip, like you got Curlton right now, but do you plan on going to Houston and San Antonio? And
No, I
San
want to
Marcos?
stay in Dallas. Because everybody like let's put Dallas on the map. Like Atlanta. Like if you go to when you go to Atlanta, you see all these black businesses like they help one each other and they support each other and they able to build because they have all that support. I want to stay in Dallas, but in a year I do plan on starting here, doing one in Dallas, doing one in Arlington, doing one in DFW because this is where I'm from. You know, so I don't want to go because I want it to be where if a celebrity picks up on my shop, they can only come to Dallas to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens with Atlanta. It's a lot of stuff that has developed in Atlanta, and most celebrities they'll fly to Atlanta to get lashes, to get hair, to get
food.
Yeah, yeah.
Food.
And I want the same thing for us here. Like, girl, you know you gotta fly to Honey Dipp Nails. You know, I'm thinking big, like
Yeah, and that's where you're supposed to keep it at its big. I seen your post about your sign. Which one did you pick? Or is it a surprise?
Nah, I picked the one on the left with the white in the back.
The white in the back? Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Both of them looked really good.
I
though.
know, right?
I really like both of them. It was a hard choice to pick.
It was so hard for me, but all I seen was I seen so many. It was so many comments, and I'm just like, thank you everybody, because it was so many comments. And then I started, I'm just like, and then I seen left, in that whole little row of comments.
Because the white in the back makes it pop.
And you can see the nails.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people shops you see nails first, but mine's is like I am my brand. So you're gonna see Honey Dip, and then you're gonna come look closer to see what else it says.
Hell yeah.
So hey, come over here. What is a Honey Dip? Let me go in there and see what that is. Then you see nails. I went nail salon.
So,
that was my idea anyway. I don't know.
so who's gonna be in charge of that next franchise?
Me.
You. Wait a minute.
See, you gotta see. You have to get people that you trust.
Your goddaughter sitting right
She
there.
gotta go to college soon. She ain't gonna be doing none of this. So I had to. It was hard for me because she used to help me every Saturday. She'll be there with me all day, and it was hard for me to say, "You going to school? You're gonna eventually leave, and I need to readjust." So I had to readjust on Saturdays because I knew she gotta go to school. You know, she don't want to do nails. That's not what she want to do in her career. So I had to. It was really hard though. She knew it too. I would cuss her out every day.
So why do you think you're gonna be able to run all of these franchises?
So I'm not gonna be able to run them, but I want to still have my touch and development on everything. I want to be in everything, and that's probably why I'm where I'm at now, because I am the type of person that, you know, I make sacrifices.
Yeah.
And I'm known for sacrifices all day. And so I do need to. I know I need to hire people. And
hiring people is hard, bro. Because everybody ain't gonna treat your business like you.
And that's why I got to find that one.
Yeah.
And then once I find that one, I think that the rest will follow. You know, you be good to people, people be good to you. I'm all about that all day. And I have good people in my life, and I have good people that have reached out, and I've seen people grow. Like most people think that I don't be looking. Like I see the developing nail tech. So when I'm strolling down my Facebook, I see my first time trying acrylic, and so I always comment and say, "Good job." You know, even if it's bad, you know, I'm still gonna give you my critique. But I'm gonna give you something positive too, so that you can keep on pushing. Exactly. So I might say, you know, sharpen up that shape, girl, but that lay look good. You know, I'm always gonna get it because I see it all the time. I see them be like, after this my very first set, but y'all just wait. And I be looking like, should I wait? I come back. I said, ooh, girl, I see you. You know, and a lot of them can tell you I come in all the time. I see everything. I may not be as active as most people may think, but sometimes I be on the toilet. I'm just, you know, and I'm like, oh, look at that. That look good, girl. And, you know, we have to support each other, and we have to bring each other up. And like I said, there's a lot of them that I follow that follow me. A lot of them that's on my page.
Yeah, your Instagram's crazy.
A lot of them that I reach out to. I reach out to a lot of them, and I have one that we talk. She be like, girl, what you use on that? And girl, this is what it is. When I get home, I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you. And so I reach out to her and like, hey, what matte top coat that is? Because I've been looking for a good one. She'll say, hey, I got to order it from her. And we help each other out.
I think this is the generation where people are just doing away with the ideology of, oh, crab in the barrel. Oh, no, I can't help you because you're going to steal the shine.
But some people like that.
Yeah, I think it's still people out there.
Some people like that.
And since we right there, how do you, like, have you came across black people like wanting to discount the discount black person yet?
I ran across. You know what's so crazy? And I'm not gonna say any names. I don't, because I don't do that, because I still look up to her to this day, and I still follow her work. But I have had people where I've reached out for help when I first started, and I never forget it. That So when I first started, I made a post that that I was going to do a free set, but you had to follow these rules. Like share this, put it on your page, tag 3 people, you know, just to get my name out there. Mm-hmm. And somebody screenshotted it and put it on their page and said, this is why we can't make any money, because the picture only said free set without the rules. So she posted on her page, and then everybody commented like, "Ooh, look at that shape. Ooh, look at this. Only nails look good as this one." They took me down. Do you hear me? They took me down. And then I came on there and I said, you know, I work a full-time job. I'm a full-time mom, but instead of y'all bringing me down, you know, you a beast in the industry. Help me.
Exactly.
And don't talk about me. So that happened, okay? And I never forget it. Never forget it. Then after that, she made a post in a Keys to the Streets group.
Oh,
a messy group.
Keys to the Street.
And she was like, if you ain't paying $100 for nails, something to that nature, then you can't sit in my church, something to that nature. I can't, you know. And everybody was tagging me. I woke up to all these tags like, she ain't charged for this, and she humble, and she this and she that. And so she made a comment and said that I'm not on her caliber, but I will probably get there. So I went in, I liked it, because you're right. I am not there yet. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I liked it. I get an inbox that said, I wasn't trying. She was just trying to pretty much explain what she was trying to say. And I said, oh, nothing. It's all good. But if you're offering any classes, let me know. Okay? So then she came to say, I offer you a class for a discounted rate if we take a picture and all this, because at this point in time, I had did a few, you know, reality stars nails. So, So even though I wasn't as good as you, I was making a name for myself. So at this point in time, I remember you was talking about me. You talked about me again, but I was still like, girl, I'll still take a class with you. Yeah. But now you need a picture.
It's because you put your ego aside. She's running off of ego.
Yeah, but now you need me for whatever reason. But instead of you didn't want to help me, but now you need me. Oh, I see you know, you did a little twerk. nails.
And that's what I would have did. I would have screenshot that conversation and say, "This is why we can't make it."
And I'm not like that. And this is the first time I'm ever sharing this story. And I hope she don't see it because there's no bad blood. But I just wanted to put that out there because this is what you did to me, and you might not remember it. But if I'm at the bottom and I'm trying to get up, I remember all my downfalls. I remember when people criticized me. When people talked about my work. I remember all that. Because it was me going through it. So she may not even remember. And it's fine because I still look up to her and I still follow her on Instagram and I still love her work. Like, for real. And ain't no bad feelings.
That's a real big way because a lot of people can't move out of ego. Like, once they do, and then you've done a couple of celebrity nails. So, you could have been egotistical about it and been like, nah, girl, and y'all could have once again divided the community. But, you decided to take the higher road. And that's what a lot of people got to understand.
And she sent her some of her clients to me, too.
Oh, see?
She sent some of her clients to me, too. So, but I don't know if she'll ever remember, and I don't know if I ever tell her because I'm just like, it wasn't that big a deal. But I've gotten some of her clients she sent to me.
Now that you did talk about a class, and that was one of my questions, do you plan on starting a class?
I do have classes.
Oh, you do?
I offer classes. I offer 1-on-1 4-hour training classes. $250. You get a small kit. And I offer free advice. So if anybody was to inbox me and say, hey, I've been following you. I've been struggling with this. I text them and tell them, hey, this is what I did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I'll put all that in the description so that they can definitely get in contact with you.
Yeah, anytime. I don't hold on to information. It don't benefit me none.
What is some of the information you've given out that you thought was the craziest?
Do you think if I take your class that I can start doing nails and making money? But a lot of people don't understand that it takes time. Like, you can catch on to something, but it really takes time. You got to take time to learn the industry, learn the products that you want to use, because some stuff may work for you, some stuff may not. Some stuff that I use works for me that may not work for you. So I'm be like, I always have to tell them, hey, you go through this at your own pace, but it does take time. You're not gonna just take a class from me and you're gonna be the best nail tech in the world. That's not how that works. You could take a class, you can get what the benefits you need to get out of it to help better you, and that's be your first step to growing. But you're not just gonna get in and just gonna be a star.
A star.
It don't work like that.
Do you think that OGs teaching you is better than going to school, or vice versa?
Most nail techs are self-taught. A lot of people don't know that. We go to school because we have to. We go to school because we have to. Because, in order to get your license, you have to go to school. Yeah. But most of us are self-taught. We get what we get from classes, but we still got to go home and practice. We still got to get our own niche in it. So most of us are self-taught. And I think that being a nail tech, like I tell people, we're not just nail techs. We are nail artists, too. So you got to get your own creative, I would say. But everybody has their own creative way that they do nails. Nobody does nails the same. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody do nails different because it's your own creativity. It's your own, you. So if this is the way you file, that's how you file nails. This is how you shape nails. If this is the way you want to apply, that's how you apply your acrylic. Everybody's gonna do it different. I don't think that there is a method to what we do. I think
it's kind of like cooking stew.
Everybody gonna make it different.
Yeah,
you say cooking stew?
Yeah, cooking stew. I love stew. That's my favorite dish. And my mom cooks it different, and my granny cooked it different, and my brother, he cooks it, and he cook it different. And then I just fucked it up. So I don't cook it. I just wait until the winter time, which it seems like it's not going to happen in Texas this year. Yeah.
And it's more than one way to fry chicken.
No, it's only one way. No, the Chinese people, they fry that shit good.
No, it do be crispy, don't it?
No, it probably dog.
That sweet
I'm
and sour sauce.
Straight dog, and I don't even fucking know.
It might be dog, okay, or rat.
Yeah, rat is the. I think that I'll be okay with eating like the dog and the cat, but that rat.
You would be okay
if I didn't know.
And then it's an alley cat and an alley dog. You gotta catch them strays.
Yeah, and
no,
and they vicious as fuck.
No, you want to eat that?
No, I don't want to eat it. But if someone gave it to me and they was like, here's chicken, just to see if I liked it, and I liked it, then I wouldn't be opposed to not eating it again.
No. Somebody gave me some deer enchiladas one time.
They was tasty, right?
That was so good. But then after she told me, I said, "Oh, she said, did you like the enchiladas?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, I said, "It was so tender." But then when she told me it was deer, girl, I had to go home that day. My stomach was...
Oh, my God.
I said I ate deer. So my stomach just immediately turned. But at first it was good. I'm turning up. I ate the whole little thing. But when she said, "Oh, that was deer," my husband called it deer.
Bro, it is so lean. My dad, he used to hunt.
I can't.
And he do deer sausage and stuff like that. And it is good because they eat nothing but grass all day, and berries and fruit. That's why it's so lean and tender. They're not eating like processed stuff like cows. Man, you need to get back on that. You need to go past go.
And people eat bear. People eat bear. You eat bear too?
I would. It just depends on what bear it is. If they're one of those forest bears that's eating like berries and stuff like that, yeah. If they're eating fish, no, because they stink. Because they eat meat only.
Yeah. See, you somebody that tried once.
I would, because I had to start.
You eat oysters?
No. I stray away from a lot of seafood because it's just like too funky for me. But the only thing I really eat is like cod, white Pacific. You know, like
I like
really
cod.
good. Yeah, like really.
But
good
I like catfish
fish.
too. Don't do it.
No,
I am a catfish sister.
They eat shitty food. They eat all the
and
shit at the
and
bottom.
I like to, but see, I don't eat shit linings.
Yeah, I don't eat chitlins neither.
No, they shit linings.
No.
That's what I call them.
Yeah, you gotta call it what it is.
It's a shit lining.
Motherfuckers out here really thinking they're eating bacon.
No, I don't eat that shit.
Ain't that what it tastes like? Bacon? I've never ate them in my whole life.
Chitlins?
Yeah, chitlins.
I don't know.
Look, now she trying to double back.
I'm just like, you eat that?
No, I don't. I've never ate that in my whole life.
I just can't eat nothing that's going through shit. I don't care how much you clean them.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna be mad at me for saying that.
Right. I can clean my butt, but are you still
like,
gonna lick
I
it
like them chitlins
after
with
I
hot
shit
sauce?
it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you want to eat? Oh, next.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. So, we went over that. Boom, boom, boom. I just want to know, what school did you go to? Did you go to school? You went to school to get a license?
I did. I went to Modern Beauty College in Carrollton.
Do you feel like that's why you opened it up in Carrollton? Like a little...
I live in Carrollton.
Oh, you live in... Oh, that's why.
I've been in Carrollton, but I'm from Dallas. I'm from Oak Cliff. Don't get it twisted. Boo. Okay. But I moved to Carrollton for the school district. They have an amazing school district. They do. So my kids were still small. My son was in the first grade when I moved out here. And he's already graduated. He graduated a year ago, 2 years ago. So I've been in Carrollton since he was in the first grade. And he done graduated and all that good stuff. But I came out here because they have a good school district. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I stayed because this is the only school district that has an autism spectrum program. And my grandbaby is a high functioning autistic. So.
Is he going to a Prince of Peace?
No, he goes to an elementary school. I ain't going to tell everybody what school. They probably go up there and get him. Kidnap him, you know. But he goes to elementary school out here in Carrollton. I would not tell y'all what school it is because you just never know. It's crazy people in the world. You putting this for the World Wide Web.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I would not disclose the information.
No, they're just going to go up to Honey Dipp. He's going to be sitting right in the chair.
No, he not. He going to be at home.
So.
Oh, well, they know where I live at, too. No.
No. Do they know where you live at?
I do nails at home.
Oh, for now, anyway.
For now. But, yeah.
So
I want the world to know where my shop is.
Yeah, it looks good, too. So what is something that you would tell the younger you?
Ooh, how old? What age?
13. 15.
Oh, well, you know what? That's so crazy. Because I was a 15-year-old teenage mother. So I would tell my 15-year-old self that you should have waited, but your kids are the reason why you are who you are today. So I can't say I regret having a baby at 15 because if I didn't, I wouldn't be this structured how I am. And I wouldn't have this mean to push. Because I pushed for my children from, like, you know, even when I had to go to work. If I was sick, I'm going to work. Y'all got to send me home. But I need to make this money because I got to take care of my kids. So I don't think that I would have to push and be who I am if I was not that teenage mother. But that teenage mother in high school, still graduated in all AP classes, at all AP classes, and I still graduated. I was real smart, but I just had made bad decisions. But I don't regret my children. So my senior year in high school, I was 9 months pregnant, walking across the stage with baby number 4. A lot of people don't know that about me. So I have a 22-year-old daughter. I have 20-year-old twins, and I have a 19-year-old son. So I have 3 boys and a girl. So I did all this while raising kids and being a teenage mom. And a lot of people, like I said, don't know that about me. Because all my kids are grown now. So they thinking that, but I grew up with my kids. So through everything that I went through, my kids went through too. But I had so much drive to be better for them, because it's not their fault that their mom is young. It's not their fault that their mom is a teenager. So I still had to be a mom as if, I guess got married, was grown, had kids, and I knew it, but I didn't. So I was a teenager having kids, and now my kids are having kids. But I can't say my kids waited. All of them had kids when they got out of school. I only have one kid that doesn't have any kids, but my daughter has a 3-year-old son, and she just had a baby, 11. She just had a daughter.
Ooh, those spiritual numbers.
Her name Cupcake.
11.
I have a 1-year-old grandson by my oldest twin, and my youngest twin has a baby on the way. So I'm a whole grandmother with kids.
You're almost there to that generational thing. Isn't it 4? Is it the great grandmother, the grandmother, the mom, and the kid that makes a generation, right?
I don't know.
Oh God,
learn something new.
Yeah,
I did all that while maintaining a lot. Like I said, a lot of people don't know that. So I deal with my kids on the everyday life, and I try to get be there for my grandkids, and try to build a business at the same time. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't know that. But yeah,
what is something that you would tell someone that's trying to move like you are right now, trying to get a business, trying to get a nail, any business? I don't want to restrict it to just nail, because do you plan on going outside of cosmetics? No? Not even a little bit?
No, I make my own products. That should be good enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to put that up on the map.
Yeah, I brought you products.
Yeah,
so that, I'm all about passive revenue too,
Yeah, I love passive revenue, but I don't have enough.
Let me see that. See, that's why you supposed to be there.
Look, she's like, I don't care. I'm going to college. Okay, so what's this real quick?
That is your Cuticle Oil Pen.
Okay. And you can use this on just plain old nails.
You can use them on your nails now.
And nails that are done also, right?
Yeah, so the thing about cuticles, a lot of people don't know this, but your cuticle health maintains the development of your nails. So if your cuticles are not...
This.
Yeah. And it's all natural,
I needed this.
If your cuticles are not moisturized, your nails will be brittle. And a lot of people be like, my nails not strong. They keep breaking. But cuticle health is important to make your nails stronger. So you got cuticle oil in there. You have lip balm.
Natural, and it feels natural. It tastes natural. You don't taste any of that flavor. Anything that has flavor in it is not natural, you guys. I'm just put that out there. If it has flavor or perfume, especially perfume, that means it has alcohol in it. Because the way that they make that scent stay, they have to combine it with alcohol to make it stay. Mm-hmm. So if you have alcohol or your stuff smells good, it has alcohol in it.
But you can use that. You're going to love it, I promise. Then I gave you a hand butter. That's a scrub. You should have another one in there.
Yeah.
I gave you a hand scrub, so you can kind of scrub the dead skin off your cuticles and things like that, and your nails. It makes your hands so soft.
I mean,
and then I put you
a
hand sanitizer. You got good nails. I've seen it already, so you moisturize. You take care of your cuticles.
Yeah. What do those little white spots on your nails mean?
Calcium.
Oh, so I'm just choked up with calcium. I could
no,
knock
you're
a
not.
nigga out.
You need some more calcium.
Oh.
Do you drink? I mean, do you take vitamin D?
Well, I'm vitamin D deficient.
Look at there. That's the nail tech you won't do on your nails.
Well, you're vitamin D deficient?
No, I'm not. You is.
Oh.
But I. No, what I'm saying is I diagnosed it, and you said that what I said was pretty much true. Is what I'm.
Yeah,
Trying
I'm vitamin D deficient.
But you want someone to be able to look at your nails and tell you, hey, girl, because my clients, and they know this. I say, girl, you is not moisturizing your cuticles. Girl, did you just take some new medication? Girl, what is going on? Girl, I that's how I talk to my clients. Like, your nails is brittle. That means you're not moisturizing. Or, they real damaged. What have you been doing? Like, I talk to them about their nails. I can tell a lot about a person by looking at their nails. And that's my rant. Okay. Next.
Okay. And then we got.
I can tell a lot about a person by looking at their nails. That is your hand sanitizer. It's a hand sanitizer spritzer. So you can put it on. You can put it on, and
for all of you heathens,
yeah,
here.
And it actually moisturizes your nails as well.
And it smells good, but not like alcohol-y, cause I can smell alcohol-y stuff. Because I don't use a lot of alcohol. I'm like pretty natural.
Yeah, and you can spray that like if you want to spray it on your mics. If you want to sanitize, I take it and sanitize the carts at the grocery store. I sanitize. I spray it in the air. Spray it in my car. Spray it when the client comes. Like
How disrespectful.
But it acts against the coronavirus, though, and a lot of people don't know that. I can't put that on my bottle because I don't need nobody coming trying to sue me. But
they gonna dock the seat, saving your ass.
Yeah, but it does work. It is very effective. I don't know if I can say this. I've been using it ever since Corona hit. I sanitize my clients' phones when they come in. I can sanitize my desk with it, the doorknobs. So I've been using it since Corona hit. So when everything pretty much shut down, Honey was still working. And that's what I was using. That's all I'm going to say.
So, man, if you want to be out there corona-free, you want your lips to be nice and luscious like mine is right now from all of this honey product. I haven't used this, but I'm definitely going to go home.
Get your butter. You got a hand butter in there, too.
Where's the hand butter, Sean?
Where's your bag? Because I got your Honey Dipp Nails bag, too.
I do, but I was feeling it all.
There you go. Look at you. That's
your
whole product line.
Honey butter, hand cream. And, of course, if you want any of these cute little bags, carry your product in, then you can. Get with Honey Dipp Nails.
Yeah, I got your whole bag. Now you're going to be carrying your stuff in it.
Oh, no, this is too girly.
No, it's not.
I gotta be, I don't want my homeboys, my stud bros fucking me up over this bag.
I bet they come get them one.
They're not.
Your Honey Dipp Nail bag.
Yeah, they are, but they're only coming to see you. They're not gonna get their nails done. They come
get some of my products, and I make
because that's what studs do. They trick. That's what they do. They just trick.
No,
that's it. They're coming to get their nails done. They ain't gonna get their nails done. They're gonna buy all this shit.
They're
gonna ask you for your number.
No, they can't. No, they come get my products though.
Look, she wants
you say they trick.
No, they do. A lot of them.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Nah, fuck that. It's definitely tricking. If I had $1 and it landed on the ground and I lost it, I lost $1.
What?
It don't matter if I have 100 in my pocket. I still lost $1.
You lost that dollar. I get it.
But go ahead and shout out to anyone that you want to shout out to, and give us all of your social media, all of anywhere that you got anything going on, any events, anything.
So, of course, my grand opening will be posted on my Instagram, which is Honey Dipp Nails. Don't forget the P. So my Honey Dipp Nails is spelled with 2 P's. Do not forget that. And there's not a Z at the end of nails. There is an S. It's Honey Dipp Nails when it is, not a Z. So Honey Dipp Nails is on my Instagram. Honey Dipp Nails is on my Facebook. And my Snap is Honey Dipp Nails too. But don't follow my Snap, y'all. Don't go on my Snap because it ain't all about business.
Wait a minute. What be going on there?
That's my Snap.
That's the account I need.
My Snap. I be on my Snap. I do everything on my Snap. But sometimes I download and I put it on my stories on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah,
that's
you can follow me.
Business.
And I have, and then I have, I do, but in business, a lot of people don't know this. In business, you have to bring your clients into some of your personal world so that they can relate.
I think that's where I'm messing up, is that I don't bring anybody in my personal world.
How they get to know you.
An hour Crowder. Here we are, right here. This is the same way I act outside camera.
Yeah, you gotta bring them into. I bring them into my. If I have a new grandbaby, I'm gonna post her. I'm gonna post him. You gotta bring them into that world. You gotta, cause then they can relate to you. Then sometimes when I get a new client, they sit in my chair. They be like, "Girl, I've been following you. How your grandbaby doing?" I'm like, "What?" And that's how you start a conversation.
You start slowing up on that damn sanding.
I be like, girl, she is good. He is good. They growing. You bring them into that world. Like they ask about you, and you wanna, and you can tell them to a certain extent. You can keep some of your life private, like a lot of stuff that you kind of go through, but then you wanna let them know that you can relate to them. Girl, I had such that did this and did that. You want to be able to share that, and that's what I do.
Okay, so it's Honey Dipp Nails on all social media platforms except the Snapchat. That's Get Rowdy, you guys.
And then I had a YouTube that I started, but I haven't really been on there. But it's Honey Dipp Nails too. I was posting stuff, but I haven't really developed it all the way. So.
Don't worry, you got a lot of stuff going on right now. YouTube is always going to be around.
And then meet me at my shop in Carrollton in the Rosemead Plaza. Don't come in there now because y'all be disappointed.
Yeah, it's just going to be.
But I will post on my social outlets when my grand opening is. And I have been keeping everybody informed about the development too, because I go in there and I'll snap get my chairs in. This is what happened. Look at this water on this floor. So I keep everybody informed when everything's going on too.
Yep. And we're going to end it on that note. And you can also follow me on all media platforms, an hour with Crowder, and Instagram, Crowder_the_great. And we're out. Boom.
Oh.
What?
I need to shout out my makeup artist.
Oh, go ahead.
And I said I didn't want to forget. So let me look up all their social media. Because I like women I can relate to too, and these people are really good people. So I have two. The first one, I shouldn't even have to look her up because I fool with her all the time, all day, every day. But it's gonna be Beauty and Beats. Yeah, Beauty and Beats.
Beauty and Beats.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Nene. Or I don't never call her real name, Shaniqua. So it's Beauty and Beats by SHENIQUA. And then Lady Shay. So Makeup by Lachey. So LACHE is one of my makeup artists. And then my wig lady, I have two. No, I have three. J Nice, JC Signature, and Anita Parker. Three of my wig people. And the only reason why I'm shouting them out is because they are really good people, genuinely. I don't like to sit in nobody's chair that I can't feel a connection, I guess. Mm-hmm. These are real genuine people that y'all should try out. So go see them.
Yep, and we'll have all of that information in the description. Okay, we're officially out, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we're out.